Tonight, the intense manhunt for two teenage suspects. Police going door to door looking for teens linked to the deaths of 3 people, including an American woman and her boyfriend. New video of the suspects just in. Authorities now wondering if someone helped them get away. The dangerous heat wave in the West, more than 40 major wildfires burning at this hour. Possible monsoon storms tonight, flash flood watches across 3 states, soaring temperatures from Chicago to New York. Breaking news, infant twins found dead inside a hot car. Police now questioning the father. The mystery motive behind a gunman's deadly rampage. 4 people killed, including his brother and father. New surveillance video showing the suspect just moments before the end of his alleged rampage. Impeachment pressure growing on Capitol Hill. The new move today, 100 Democrats now calling for action against President Trump. Outrage on campus, a photo showing 3 college students holding guns in front of a memorial for civil rights icon Emmett Till. Their university saying they will not be suspended. The brazen heist at a major airport, $30 million in gold stolen, 8 armed suspects posing as police. And the danger on a busy highway, the tire breaking loose, slamming into a Jeep, the warning for all drivers tonight.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us on this Friday night. I'm Cecilia Vega in for David, and we begin with the desperate search for those 2 teens suspected of multiple murders. They've been tracked across 1,000 miles and are considered armed and dangerous. Tonight, authorities releasing this new video. The suspects seen there shopping at a store. Investigators hoping it might lead to a new tip. You'll remember the teens are accused of killing an American woman and her boyfriend on a road trip in Canada and then taking the life of a college professor. Well, tonight, police are planning to go house to house searching the remote area where those teens were last seen. And now authorities want to know, did someone help them get away? ABC's Matt Gutman starts us off.
Canadian police just now releasing that first video of those teenage suspects taken over 5 days ago in Saskatchewan. Ambling through a big box store, 19-year-old Cam McLeod walking ahead, 18-year-old Briar Schmigelski in those fatigues. And tonight, tactical teams hunting those 2 teenage murder suspects, now searching door to door in rural Manitoba and begging anyone who may have accidentally helped them leave the area to come forward.
It is possible that someone may not have been aware of who they were providing assistance to and may now be hesitant to come forward.
The pair suspected in the highway murders of this college professor and American China Deese and her boyfriend seen here at a gas station just days before they were gunned down. Police tracking their second abandoned charred vehicle to this tiny Manitoba town.
Stay safe. Keep your family safe.
Residents there tonight on edge and taking precautions.
We don't lock our doors. It's a safe town. So last night we locked our doors.
Kept my gun closer in my room. I slept on the couch.
The people who live there warning the terrain is swampy and teeming with bugs, unforgiving for anyone who's unprepared. I just spoke with Canadian officials, Cecilia, and they tell me they're stumped. They haven't had a single sighting of these teenage suspects in 4 days, which means they could be anywhere right now. One reason they're telling all Canadians to be vigilant tonight. Cecilia.
Matt Gutman, thank you, leading us off tonight. And we are also tracking a major heat threat on both coasts as we head into this weekend. Heat advisories in California, more than 40 major wildfires burning in the West, this one there in Grants Pass, Oregon. At the same time, monsoon storms triggering flash flood watches. These images from 29 Palms, California. While here in the East, temperatures reaching back into the 90s by Sunday. ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano is tracking it all for us. Hey, Rob.
Hi, Cecilia. The heat does build, especially in the West. On a positive note, that will reduce the flash flood risk that we're seeing right now. Look at the radar. It's covered across the Intermountain West. We have flash flood watches that are posted for Albuquerque, much of New Mexico. Also, Utah, the Wasatch, Park City, Provo, you're in it too with those burn scar areas. But the Big Blue H builds, and right through Sunday, that means building heat will shut down the monsoon a bit. But heat advisories are still out tonight. Huge area of heat watches that extend right through Sunday. 104 in Sacramento, 109 in Fresno. Does not include humidity. Those numbers measured in the shade. And after a brief break here in the east, the ridge here builds. Temperatures in the 90s, plus humidity going into Monday, possibly Tuesday as well. Cecilia?
A lot of red on that map. Okay, Rob, thank you. And right here in New York, An awful discovery just a short time ago. Infant twins found dead inside a hot car. The cause of the death is under investigation, and police are now questioning their father. ABC's Lindsay Davis with the details just coming in.
A father of two young twins is being questioned tonight after their tragic death. The 7-month-old boy and girl were found dead inside a hot car in New York City late today. Investigators are now trying to determine if the children were left in the car accidentally. The father told police he went to work and forgot they were inside, returning 8 hours later to find them dead. This incident comes on the heels of this Ohio breakout caught on camera.
It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay.
Two toddlers saved from a hot car.
The passenger side.
The dramatic moments captured on police body camera after a mother mistakenly locked her 2- and 3-year-olds inside and called police saying her keys weren't working. So far this year, at least 21 children have died inside hot cars.
And police are constantly telling parents to remain vigilant because a child's body temperature increases 3 to 5 times faster than that of an adult. As for that father here in the New York incident, he is in custody but has not been charged. Cecilia.
Such a tragedy. Okay, Lindsay Davis, thank you. Next, new images tonight from that deadly rampage in Los Angeles. 4 crime scenes, 4 people killed, including the suspect's father and brother. This surveillance video is showing the suspect walking down the street. A short time later, they took him into custody, but tonight, still no motive. ABC's Clayton Sandell in Los Angeles.
Tonight, the search for what triggered a 12-hour rampage and 4 murders. This surveillance video capturing the alleged gunman casually walking down the street shortly before his arrest. Police say 26-year-old Jerry Zaragoza had family problems, but don't know why he allegedly shot and killed his father and brother Thursday and wounded his mother. Next, police say he killed a woman he knew at this gas station, 45-year-old Susie Lepe.
He was harassing her and had been harassing her for, now I find out that for about at least a year.
After trying to rob a man at an ATM, Zaragoza allegedly then killed another man in his 50s on a city bus, apparently at random.
We'll review the video from the bus, and we're talking to witnesses, but we haven't come up with a motive yet.
Tonight, police say they're also doing a trace on the gun Zaragoza allegedly used to see if it's been involved in any other crimes. Zaragoza has not yet been formally charged with these 4 murders. He's expected to be in court on Monday. Cecilia?
Clayton Sandell, thank you. We'll turn to Washington now and the growing number of Democrats calling for impeachment after special counsel Robert Mueller's testimony. Today, the House Judiciary Committee announcing a major new step to get Mueller's evidence as Speaker Nancy Pelosi tries to keep her caucus together. ABC's Kira Phillips for us at the White House tonight.
Tonight, 100 Democrats now calling for President Trump to be impeached. At the White House, the president lashing out.
They're doing everything they can with the impeachment nonsense. We had no obstruction, you had no collusion. The Democrats are clowns. They're being laughed at all over the world.
The drumbeat growing since Robert Mueller's testimony.
Did you actually totally exonerate the president?
No.
Today, a major step by the House Judiciary Committee. Lawmakers asking a court for access to secret grand jury material Mueller used as evidence, material they hope to use in their own investigations.
What you're doing now is an impeachment inquiry, correct?
In effect, we are investigating all of this, and we are going to see what remedies we could recommend, including the possibility of articles of impeachment.
Walking the line, Nancy Pelosi with more than 40% of House Democrats champing at the bit to impeach. The speaker still reluctant. Today, Pelosi insisting she's not trying to slow down the process.
I'm not trying to run out of the clock. Let's get sophisticated about this, okay? We will proceed when we have what we need to proceed, not one day sooner.
And Kira Phillips joining us from the White House now. You can see Kira there, Nancy Pelosi trying to manage her divided caucus. And today, a show of solidarity with one of its most high-profile members.
That's right, Cecilia. Speaker Pelosi meeting today with Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's been sharply critical of Pelosi, but she's also found herself a target of President Trump's. Pelosi says that she and Ocasio-Cortez met to, quote, clear the air, adding, in a family, you have your differences, but you're still a family. Cecilia?
Okay, Kira, thank you. We'll turn now to a troubling allegation against one of President Trump's top military nominees, an Army colonel coming forward to publicly accuse Air Force General John Hyten of sexual assault. General Hyten has been nominated to be the military's second most powerful leader. And tonight, despite that accusation, his confirmation is going forward. Here's ABC's Martha Raddatz.
Tonight, graphic and disturbing allegations from Colonel Catherine Spletstoser. Her lawyer telling ABC News the 28-year Army veteran felt she had a moral responsibility to come forward. In explicit detail, the colonel tells the New York Times that in December of 2017, at a defense forum in California, her then boss, Air Force General John Hyten, came to her hotel room saying he wanted to talk to her. Spletstoser says he pulled her to him and kissed her on the lips while pressing himself against her and then ejaculated. She said he later apologized and said he had tried to kiss and touch her several times prior to this alleged assault. Hyten, who would be the country's #2 military officer if confirmed as the next Joint Chiefs Vice Chairman, denies the allegations, which were reported just after his formal nomination was announced in April. Military investigators concluded there was insufficient evidence to support the accusations. Earlier this week, both Hyten and Spletstoser testified privately before the Senate Armed Services Committee. Senate Republicans have decided to go ahead with the confirmation hearing next week, while some senators expressed concern.
Well, I have some concerns about how they have given what seemingly is preferential treatment to General Hyten.
Okay, Martha Raddatz joins us live now. Martha, General Hyten has denied all allegations and had praised the accuser's professionalism in the past. You just spoke to her lawyer?
I did, Cecilia. Her lawyer telling me General Hyten rated her the top colonel in her performance reviews with the highest level of character and her ethics above reproach, but he will be able to publicly explain his side of the story at the hearing on Tuesday. Cecilia.
Okay, Martha, thank you. We'll turn next. A St. Louis family is celebrating tonight. Their son, trying to visit every country in the world, has been freed from captivity in Syria. Sam Goodwin entered Syria without permission 2 months ago and was taken into custody by Syrian forces. In a brief statement, his family thanked the head of Lebanon's internal security for working to get him released. And back here at home now to outrage on a college campus after this photo was posted on Instagram and published by ProPublica. It shows 3 college students with guns in front of a memorial for civil rights icon Emmett Till. Ole Miss University saying they will not be suspended. And tonight, Emmett Till's family is speaking out. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore.
Tonight, growing outrage over this photo of fraternity brothers from Ole Miss posing next to a vandalized memorial for Emmett Till. The image posted on Instagram back in March and just published by ProPublica. Till's cousin reacting tonight.
Seeing them standing there and smiling at a place that we think is solemn ground, it's definitely disappointing.
That photo reopening deep wounds. At 14 years old, Emmett Till was abducted and lynched in 1955 for allegedly whistling at a white woman. His anguished mother leaving the casket open for the world to see. Till's death helped galvanize the civil rights movement. Tonight, these students have been suspended by the Kappa Alpha fraternity, but not expelled. The school says it got a complaint about the photo in March and reported it to the FBI. Ole Miss calling it, quote, offensive and hurtful, but adding it did not violate the school's code of conduct. We were unable to reach the 3 students.
I think it's very ridiculous that the university won't suspend them or expel them. I think that that's very crazy and very disrespectful.
And Cecilia, there are several signs along the river honoring Emmett Till, including this one, but even it is riddled with bullet holes. The group that maintains these memorials says it one day hopes to make all of them bulletproof. Cecilia.
Okay, Marcus, thank you. We'll turn next to the brazen heist at an international airport. Thieves getting away with more than 1,600 pounds of gold in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Authorities are looking closely at this surveillance video. That truck appears to belong to federal police. You can see it speeding into a cargo area with masked and armed gunmen inside. Their haul worth some $30 million. Here's ABC's Stephanie Ramos.
It was gone in 180 seconds. Tonight, police in Brazil are poring over this surveillance video. It shows 8 men disguised as federal police officers entering the cargo terminal at Sao Paulo's main airport. While heavily armed, their faces covered, they unload nearly 1,600 pounds of gold and other precious metals that were bound for New York City and Toronto. The video shows them quickly shoving the loot into vehicles decked out to look like real police trucks and making a clean getaway. The total haul valued at more than $30 million. Police eventually find those trucks more than 10 miles away from the crime scene, but the gold was gone. The robbers reportedly kidnapped the airport's cargo director's family, holding them hostage, forcing the director to cooperate. And Cecilia, authorities say they're trying to determine if this robbery is linked to a similar $5 million heist at a different Sao Paulo airport last year. Cecilia.
Stephanie Ramos, thank you. And tonight, a blockbuster merger in the wireless world clearing a major hurdle. The Department of Justice greenlighting the $26 billion merger of T-Mobile and Sprint, the nation's third and fourth largest wireless providers. 13 states are suing to block the plan, fearing higher prices and job cuts. But T-Mobile's CEO expects it to go through by the end of the year. Next tonight, a frightening scene on a busy New Jersey highway. A loose tire slamming into a Jeep. Every year, thousands of accidents are caused by debris on roads. Here's ABC's newest correspondent, Kaylee Hartung, with the warning tonight.
Tonight, a family lucky to be alive after this heart-stopping moment. A motorist nearby capturing this tire coming loose off a truck, rolling freely down a New Jersey highway, bouncing up and over the median, then slamming into a Jeep.
Initially, I thought, please don't hit my wife. My wife was in the car in front of me, 3 kids in the car. No time to react.
Surprisingly, John Rice escaped uninjured.
Instantly thought he was dead.
His family safe but shaken, and his vehicle totaled. Scares like this, all too common. An estimated 21,000 non-fatal crashes involving road debris jolted drivers in 2017. Over a 5-year period, 223 people died in these types of accidents.
Experts say if you don't have a safe route around the debris, it's better to slow down, drive through it, and don't slam on your brakes. Cecilia.
An important reminder there. And Kaylee, while we have you, we want to officially welcome you to World News Tonight. Glad to have you on the team. The Index now, disturbing images of a police department employee brutally attacked in Baltimore. Authorities are searching for 3 suspects wanted for beating a civilian worker at the department. The attackers hitting and kicking him in the head, knocking him unconscious, then robbing him. The victim now recovering at home. Authorities are offering a $32,000 reward. And the high-speed chase in the Pacific Ocean, the Coast Guard releasing new video of a drug bust. Suspected smugglers in a speedboat there tossing bales of cocaine overboard. The Coast Guard seizing more than 26,000 pounds of drugs in recent weeks, worth an estimated $35 million. And flying the crowded skies, the company Flight Radar 24 tracking more than 225,000 flights on Wednesday, making it one of the busiest days in aviation history. The maps show every flight tracked by the app, including commercial and cargo planes, private jets, and helicopters. That number expected to keep rising. Tonight, America Strong, the record-setting grandmother, the oldest person ever to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And then someone beat her record, so she laced up her boots one more time.
I see her. Ann Lorimore back at home after her trip to Africa. But this wasn't just any trip. At 89 and a great-grandmother, she just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. That's her in pink, and it makes her the oldest person ever to reach the top of the 19,034-foot mountain.
There was a point when I really was concerned because I fell before I started up the mountain, and I had great pain on my side, and I couldn't take deep breaths.
But she made it, and not just once. When she was 85 and became the world's oldest woman to reach the top of Africa's highest mountain.
Congratulations.
But then someone beat her record, and Anne wasn't about to let that happen. So this time, with the film crew right there with her, Anne did it again in 9 days flat.
I was going to do it last year, and one man a little older than I did it. I said, no, I'm going to be for the oldest person. So then I waited for this year.
Her motivation? Raising money for Creating Exciting Futures, a foundation she started to help disadvantaged youth.
We did it. And I was really happy.
89 years old. Don't ever quit, Anne. Thanks for watching. I'm Cecilia Vega. Have a great weekend.